I grew up in New Orleans, Louisiana. Went to high school down there, and went to college up in Virginia. And then, through college, I guess, deciding to study medicine was always something I wanted to do. My father's a physician, so it was a natural path for me. Grandfather also a physician on that side of the family, so I think it all fit. And so when I finished college, decided to go down back to New Orleans, back home, to do medical school at LSU in New Orleans. And then spent 4 years there studying. Finished medical school in 2001 and decided to travel up to Alabama, of all places, to do a little residency training in Birmingham, which, that was a place that I decided to go just based on location, and the quality of the program was great. So good place for me. Spent 3 years there, and then traveled from Birmingham over to Augusta, Georgia, for 3 more years of training for gastroenterology. In the meantime, I guess I'll say I married a girl from Baton Rouge, and so when deciding where to live, she brought me back here. But having family here in Baton Rouge and my family's in New Orleans was very important to us. South Louisiana, you got, of course, good food, as we all know. Football, of course, is a passion for all of us in the South. Hunting, which is something that I've always done since I was little. That we tend to do in the wintertime, a little duck hunting and a little deer hunting. So those are the main things that draw you back, but family's kind of the big one. I've got three kids now, so that's, I guess, my biggest hobby besides practicing medicine is taking care of kids and ball games and the things that they do. I think the main strength of the clinic is based on the number of physicians that we have here and the ability to provide multi-specialty care. We don't have every specialty in the world represented here, but we have most specialties that you need on a day-to-day basis. And so, having physicians that practice in the same building, they can talk to each other. You can do, sort of from a convenience standpoint, see more than one doctor on any given day, get your labs done, get your x-rays done, kind of have all of that in a centralized location. I think that's the biggest bonus that the clinic offers. And I think that the quality of our physicians is what we try to do, because again, if we go back to trying to take care of patients and do right by the patient, I think that's kind of our motto here, and that's what most of our physicians try to do on a regular basis. And then being able to have a centralized record, especially electronically now, since we've kind of gone to this electronic medical record arena as a country. What we provide here as a record, I think, is a substantial improvement what we used to have, and even helps us communicate even better. I think that's what makes a good physician, is not only somebody who's intelligent and can make the right decision, but also communicate to the patient effectively and let them know what's going on. Somewhere in the last 100 years or so, it seems like doctors got, I guess, too busy to talk to patients, really and truly, especially over the last 25, 30 years. And that's the problem. I mean, people are in your office, they want to talk to you, most of them at least want to talk to you and know what's going on. So a good physician should certainly take the time to give them that, 10 or 15 minutes that they need to understand what's going on. And I try to do that with all my patients. I use this phrase all the time. I say a good doctor is one that has good patients, that the patients do well and they like you. And I think that will make me proud if my patients are well taken care of and they're happy with what they're getting out of me. Would be, for me, a proud accomplishment. And that's probably the most significant thing I could tell you.